so lucky. You know.
All right, this is a number called "Let's Go Swimming." Good. To the long, right, country I'm swimming too. I'm into what you do, seeing what you do, hanging on your door, watching the deep blue sky. To the wall, right, the country I'm swimming too. 'Cause everywhere you go is everywhere I go, banging on your door, rocking the deep blue sky. Let's go swimming. On set, let's go swimming. On set, let's go swimming. On set, let's go swimming. Part of that, the country I am swimming to. I'm into what you do, from seeing what you do, banging on your door, watching deep blue sky. Oh, part of that, the feeling I am feeling too. 'Cause everywhere you go is everywhere I go. I'm banging on your door, up in the deep blue sky. Let's go swimming. On set, let's go swimming. On set, let's go swimming. On set, let's go swimming. Let's go swimming.
That's fluid guitar playing.
Wow, come, Gary. Gary, come sit here.
Gary Lucas.
Gary Lucas. Gary.
Very fluid guitar playing.
Okay.
Gary, what do you think about what you're doing now?
I don't know.
Do you
I'm
go
going for
into a
dinner.
trance?
Yes, I do.
What kind of trance do you go into? Like,
Well, it's like I'm trying to raise the temperature of the room. I'm trying to elevate the spirit and also get
do you
into.
channel?
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
sort of.
like it.
It's like automatic writing or something. There's just something that comes up energy-wise through me.
Yeah, it's
Which is
obvious.
good. Yeah,
It's totally obvious that you go right into some
The zone.
deep thing. Does it happen every time? Do you ever feel like sometimes it doesn't?
Yeah, there's occasional times, but I've been doing this for an awfully long time.
I know. So you know how to tell yourself, like, let me go in
I
right
just
now?
let go. I mean, I used to put more attention on it in the early days, and I get really a little bit anxious or stage fright, you might say. But that went away a long time now. It's sort of like, just let me on that stage.
And just let it out.
Yeah, like, why can't I get on
You
more
do
stage?
that.
Any new albums coming out?
Yeah, well, actually, I brought the current album. It's coming out in Europe in March. It's been out in the U.S. since May.
Mm-hmm.
But we arranged
Is
for
Billy on it?
Billy's on it. He's
Billy,
all over it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Billy. I'm sorry I missed that
It was
session.
He was, yeah.
He's great.
We
Wait, I
share
got a
Billy.
copy.
But you bring Billy to
I need a hand here. Wait a second. I need a pick one.
Oh, Fagin?
All right, wait a second.
What's in this pocket? A pair of glasses.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's for you to
Thank
share
you.
with everybody.
Thank you. I
And
will.
that was, it's called The Ordeal of Civility, which is the story of my life. It's like how to keep it together. And
How do you
that's,
keep it together?
well, I play the guitar a lot.
And where's your next gig, Gary
I'm
Lucas?
playing tomorrow night at the Iridium Club on 51st and Broadway, which is a beautiful jazz club, a little pricey. You had some pricey people here.
Yeah. We like both sides of the
Right,
track.
so do I.
I'm Merrill.
Yeah.
I'm like a both sides of the track kind of girl,
So am I. Double Gemini.
I can't help it. You're a double Gemini? I'm
I
a
am.
Gemini.
Wow, that's why we got along.
Is that why we like both sides
That's
of the
right,
track?
at least when-
Oh, now it makes sense to me.
When the either or side
Yeah,
are the same.
whichever. There
You know
you
what I
go.
mean?
Yes.
Maybe I couldn't hate you tomorrow. I don't know.
Well, I can hate you like 5 seconds later.
But I don't.
know, but
I love this.
but then we change right back again.
That's right.
So we're the schizophrenic legit.
We are. Bipolar meets bipolar people with
Why do we
double
have to
Gemini.
diagnose everything? We
That's
all
right.
were fucked up anyway.
Tell a label.
I know.
Put
When's your
labels
birthday
on
though?
everything.
June?
June 20th.
Ah, so you just made it.
Well, that's true. I'm on the last day of
You
spring.
did. Ah, and Geminis and Aquarians get along perfect.
Oh.
So, but back to Gary Lucas. Gary, how old were you when you picked up your first guitar?
9. And, well, go ahead then. I'll tell you the story.
Tell me.
Well, my dad, my late father, God bless him, just came to me out of the blue. Said, how would you like to play a musical instrument? How about the guitar? And I was clueless, being 9 years old. I said, oh, gee, Dad, sounded a good idea. And that was pre the Beatles. This was something, I don't know why he chose the guitar, but once I got into it, I really got into it, although
Obviously.
it took a while because the first guitar he rented, they had rental guitars in the days, was a total, piece of, the
Shit.
strings were up, yeah. I don't know if you could get expurgated on this show, but
We haven't gotten in
Hang
trouble
up.
yet.
Yeah, it was like, it produced blisters, like, and painful, like, calluses, so,
So you don't have those now?
no, actually, I do, but it's like second nature to
Right,
me. Once
yeah.
they get built up to a certain
Yeah.
level,
I
then
even
they don't
have.
hurt.
Believe it or not.
Now, my dad came back then from a trip to Spain and with a beautiful Spanish-style guitar. And this was a wonderful thing to play. This I loved right off the bat. And,
When you were 9, when you started
Yeah,
playing
how old
guitar.
were you
That
when
song,
you got guitar?
the song you just played now reminds me of Taj Mahal, kind of.
well, it's an Arthur Russell song. I don't know if you recall this person. He was a legendary underground New York musician, gay musician, who did some avant-garde disco records. One was called Go Bang, that was a big club hit. Is It All Over My Face? Beautiful titles, right? These records.
That would be good
Yeah.
for the Dear Diary
I know.
I'm Wasted guy.
Right.
It's all over my face.
Thanks. Okay, but the fact is, he, passed away.
Wouldn't a girl sing that? Well, maybe not. A gay
There
guy.
were girls on it. There was
Okay.
all sorts of people on these records. I played one on Facebook today to check out. It was called Wax the Band. Good title, man. Good title.
And what do you
Seat
wax
up
in the
and wax
band
the
with?
band. Well, leave it to the imagination.
doesn't take a lot of imagination.
Bob Blank's wife, Lola Blank, is the singer on it. Has a beautiful little girl voice.
Where were you born, Gary?
Syracuse.
Really?
And I knew from a very early age I wanted to move to New York.
Of course.
When my dad brought me and my brother down there for the New York World's Fair in 1964, and I fell in love with it, and I said, I'm sure I'm going to work.
And that's the Beatles' time, too.
And
So what do you think of Davy Jones? Did you hear
that
about
was sad.
He's the
I'm
angel
really
with-
sad.
Why? What was your favorite monkey moment?
I just kind of liked the whole vibe, but particularly that Cheer Up Sleepy Jean, Daydream Believer saying, that's my favorite. They had great songs courtesy of Don Kirshner, of the Don Kirshner Rock Concert, who,
He's now, but I think that's probably why Don Cornelius went, because they wanted to hang out together.
I was on that show.
Right, not
You know, Don Kirshner.
But the fact is,
You were on Soul Train?
Rock concert.
Okay, Rock Concert.
Rock Concert. I'm sorry, she wasn't speaking up into this little bit of a shrinking violence.
You're right.
Yeah, sometimes.
Why do you think that?
I don't know. I have to get into the vibe a little bit to really relax.
You're Gary Lucas.
Yeah, but that comes with a lot of baggage.
Especially in Japan.
All I'm going to say is that Don Kirshner, God bless him, provided them with the best songs money could buy back in the day. But they took a lot of shit for it. Because unlike the Beatles, we were like, they can't really play.
Well, weren't the Monkees almost like a made-up
It was
band?
made up. They entered an ad. They were
Right.
looking for a rock band like the
Spice
Beatles.
Girls.
Right. But
Right.
the fact is, they actually all were good, talented musicians. And they had some background.
And Davy Jones became a major heartthrob.
Yeah.
Every girl had it on
Yeah.
their wall. And
Yeah.
maybe boys too.
The Englishman of the group.
Yeah, I know. So, Gary
So,
Lucas,
yeah.
where are you going in Europe? I know you take Billy to Europe all the
Yes,
time.
well, we're working on some dates. The next date that I have out of town, though, is at South by Southwest
Okay, that's
in Austin on St. Patty's Day,
That's going to be
May
fun.
17th, and it's the wearing of the black. Actually, because I'm playing a horror film score. Another thing that I do to death is to accompany classic horror and fantasy films with original solo guitar scores.
Nice.
Yes.
You have an album called Gods and Monsters.
My band is Gods and Monsters. There's a macabre element to a lot of things that I do. Although I love life, I don't know why people I'm not a necrophile.
You don't seem like a spooky kind of guy.
No, but you see, I loved horror films from an early age. I was an aficionado of the famous monsters of filmland.
So do you have a favorite?
King Kong, probably.
Really?
That was my favorite for many a year.
With Fay Ray,
Oh, yeah.
the original.
Oh.
So, Gary, we like to ask for a skeleton in your closet.
Skeleton in my
Yes.
closet. Okay, let me think of a good one there. I don't know. I'm not ashamed of anything I've done. I don't care for a second.
It
I
doesn't
accept
have
it
to
all.
be something you're ashamed of, just a dirty little naughty secret
That people
or a
don't know
story.
about. Okay, yes. My sisters dressed me up as a girl, like for Halloween.
How old were you?
I'm about 10.
Oh.
But actually, no, I loved it. But people, people mistook me for a girl, and so I didn't win the competition at school because, actually, I haven't looked like my mother. I can't.
Oh, they thought you were a girl. So
Yeah. So I didn't win. I mean, I thought it was the coolest costume going.
When they found out, did they?
Then they were surprised.
Oh.
But I had a wig and pink pinafore. It was a pretty.
Like Charles, who
And you
was on
never got into
earlier.
glam rock then.
Right.